GETTY Aston Villa booked their place in the playoff final. The official made sure it was a red-hot ending as furious Boro were left scratching their heads why Villa keeper Sam Johnstone wasn't shown a red card in the 87th minute. Johnstone handled the ball outside the box as he tried to intercept a ball dropping out of the sky, and referee Dean brandished the yellow, because Johnstone wasn't the last man in defense. Time was ticking out on the visitors, who still trailed to Mile Jedinak's first leg header. Former Villa star Stuart Downing took the free kick from just outside the box and had 40-odd thousand Villa fans' hearts in their mouths as he lined it up. Bypassed the wall only to see it smash against the crossbar, and with just minutes remaining, you sensed Boro knew that was it. They'd given everything without ever troubling Johnstone too much, but just couldn't haul it back. They had to rely on keeper Darren Randolph pulling out a stunning late save to keep the nerves jangling at a packed Villa Park. Randolph produced a superb flying save to keep out Jack Grealish's bending 20-yarder, which was heading for the top corner of his net. The PFA have confirmed their championship team of the year. Jack Grealish's beautiful 75th-minute effort would have been worthy of winning any game, but battling Boro made sure they kept themselves right in it with minutes ticking away. Villa, leading 1-0 from the first leg at the Riverside, needed every last one of the sellout 42,000 to try and cheer them over the line to a Wembley meeting with Fulham. But Boro stood in their way, and they had designs of their own to scramble their way to the National Stadium. The game got off to a solemn start with a minute's applause for former Villa defender J. Lloyd Samuel, who was killed in a car crash earlier that morning. But once the football got underway, it was gloves off, with both sides trying to establish an early foothold. Boro had a real scare in the 11th minute when Hunter Aurihane chased down keeper Darren Randolph and managed to block his attempted clearance. Luckily for the Boro number 1, the ball bounced away to safety, but it was an early warning that Villa weren't going to sit back on their first leg advantage. Tony Pulis's side then began to settle and cause one or two problems of their own. Middlesbrough were unable to get on the scoresheet. Ben Gibson went on a superb run, cutting a swath through the Villa's defence and looking every bit like he might score before keeper Sam Johnstone paid for his bravery by getting hurt in his attempt to block. At the other end, George Friend made a brilliant interception to whip the ball off Aurihane's feet in the nick of time as he was just about to take a swing at Albert Adoma's low cross. But it was James Chester to the rescue a few minutes later when he stopped Brett Assombalonga in his tracks just as he homed in on goal after a breathtaking run past 4 or 5 Villa men put him in prime position to get a shot in. Goalless at halftime, and with his side still right in contention, Boro boss Pulis was no doubt reasonably content sending his men out after the break. On the hour, Villa almost delivered a real hammer blow when Adoma and the industrious Grealish split Boro apart down the left. Lewis Graben, too often having to go it alone up front, pounced on the ball and tried to prod it home, only to see Randolph block at the foot of his post. 10 minutes later, they were testing Boro's nerve once more, and it was Graben again. This time he fizzed a bending 20-yarder goalwards, which suddenly had Randolph having to intercept by tipping it over for a corner. Related articles.